I'm actually enjoying that process. Like creating my vision in a space is actually very satisfying. What's up, y'all? Here to continue on with the kitchen renovation footage. Hope you guys enjoyed last video when I took you through day 1 and day 2. If you missed that, I will link it for you so you can kind of see the beginning of what the kitchen looked like. And I'm gonna give you what happened in day 3. Right now it's day 4. No one's here because you don't hear anything around me. But I'll give you an update for what they had to come back and fix on day 3, which was yesterday, and then what we're waiting on now. So let me turn the camera around and give y'all the updates. All right, so here's what we're looking like. The main difference in between the end of day 2 and what happened on day 3 is in the island. So I'll kind of walk you guys through what ended up happening. And yeah, so let me move these chairs out the way because they're probably blocking stuff. So now you can see it better. So if y'all recall, at the end of day 2, when they reconfigured the island, because they had to do that first before they did the template for the quartz that we need, they kept those small decorative cabinets that were on this side and on that side. I kind of insert some footage from what the end of day 2 looked like, that so you can see a comparison. We had already agreed with them when we did the contract that those are supposed to be removed. I guess some miscommunication happened when because we set the contract months out, and then to get on the calendar, whatever. And so, all parts of the team are not on site. So miscommunication happened. The person that was reconfiguring the island claims they weren't aware that those were supposed to be moved. I said it. I don't know where the miscommunication landed, but it wasn't done. So we were trying to figure out, okay, like, do we really want to move them? It looks fine. Ended up getting a call, and the quartz that the company has was not long enough to fit our island. So they were like, you can come in and pick out another one, or you would have to have a seam in your island, like putting 2 slabs together. The seam was a no for me. I mean, maybe that works for some people, so of course you have to have seams around the perimeter of the island and stuff like that. But for my actual, you might have to have it for like the perimeter counters, whatever, a seam to where 2 pieces of quartz or granite join together. That's more commonplace. I'm not having a seam in the middle of my large focal piece of my kitchen, which is my island. So that was a no. They sent the picture of another option that was similar to the quartz we picked out. Didn't like it. So I was like, we just have to figure out a way to make this work. So I'm like, had y'all remove the cabinetry right here like it was originally planned, that wouldn't have been an issue because the quartz slab would fit. So they came back and they made the change. So basically all of this wasn't here. So when they removed the 2 pieces, like it was just beverage fridge exposed. So they had to basically build a wall to be the new front of the island. So this is basically what it looks like under your regular walls in the house. So that's exactly what it looks like over there. But of course, it's painted and, finished up. So that's what this is going to look similar to as well. Regular wall. So of course they're going to put plaster to fill in these holes. They're going to paint. At the bottom, they're going to add that finisher piece and the tan connector to go to the floor. That's going to be at the bottom here. So it's going to look much cleaner and stuff. So this is just a progress. But this will allow us to, one, not have a seam, which is amazing. And it'll actually give us more overhang than what we would have had we had the cabinet. So still works for my 4 chairs to go across. We actually get more overhang. So it's going to work out. So that's the quick update for what they had to come back and do day 3. So yeah, that's the updates for now. I will include the day 4, day 5, or whatever the other days in this vlog for you guys. The main thing I wanted to really hone in on is let me sit down. So yeah, one of the main things I really want to hone in on that in life in general, but of course when you're dealing with contractors for your home, like, use your voice, be comfortable speaking up, even if you think it's going to cause some tension or something they're not going to want to hear. Of course, I knew that they weren't going to kind of come back out here and reconfigure that island. But I also knew what was in our agreement, our contract, and I knew what my vision is for my kitchen. So even if it doesn't fit somebody else's vision, even if it makes them do extra work to fix something, none of that matters since I'm the paying customer. Of course, you know, do everything with decency and order and everything, you know, of course, you know, speak kindly and with tact and everything. Y'all gonna do that anyways, hopefully, but feel comfortable. I know some people don't want to have confrontation or conflict, but conflict does not mean a bad thing. Conflict does not always mean an argument or yelling or disrespect or rudeness, or, you know, that's not what conflict means. Conflict basically means when you and another party are not in agreement, or when you and another party may have a difference of opinion or perspective, and y'all are trying to reach a resolution. That's it. It's conflict and resolution. So, you know, don't be scared to speak up. You know, get what you're paying for, get what you want, and pack your patience. So thankfully the company we're working with, they're really easy to work with. So there was no yelling. There was no, like, nobody being upset. You know, they were like, yeah, this was an agreement. You're right. We'll come back out and fix it. So it was really easy. I know sometimes you may meet a contractor that's not as much like that, but just do as much as you can on the front end by researching your contractor, talking to previous clients, seeing if any of those issues came up, making sure they're a licensed contractor so that if issue does come up, you're not, you know, you have some kind of way to cover your losses. In a licensed contractor, they would have to, you know, they have to adhere to certain rules and regulations when they're licensed. So just take your time on the front end. Don't rush into renovation. You know, I could have went with another company and been had this kitchen renovated, but I wanted to pick a company I knew did good work. I knew was good to work with, that were licensed. And if that required me to wait a couple months, then I was gonna wait a couple months. Sometimes you kind of get discouraged seeing people around you, or people on YouTube, or people in real life. I mean, YouTube is real life, but you know what I mean? Like people on YouTube that you don't know, or people that you may know in real life that are furnishing their houses all quick and renovating stuff all quick and stuff like that. And great, that's amazing. But don't feel like you have to do that. You know, if you're the type of person who wants to take your time, do that. That's how I am. You know, I'm not gonna be able to hop on here and give y'all some full house tour after 3 months of living here. That's not what I want to do. Like I like to be very thoughtful in what I select. And not saying you're not going to make mistakes along the way. Like no matter how thoughtful you are, you can select something you don't like it. But I want to make intentional decisions, focus on falling in love with pieces before and bring them in my home. You know, not feeling like, oh, I got to focus on finishing this one room and then moving on to the next room. Sometimes you can do that. Sometimes you go into a store and you fall in love with a piece that's for a room you're not working on. So like I have updates going on all around the house, in my bedroom, in my son's bedroom, in the basement, and in the dining room, in my office. You know, it's all happening simultaneously, and it might seem like it's slow progress, but I tell you what, when I walk in my door, every single time I walk down my steps, I'm in love with every room in my house and how it's coming along. And I would prefer that than to not feel a sense of joy when I'm walking through my house. So I don't mind going a little slower and waiting to find stuff to meet my design style. So yeah, so if you're looking for me to like boom, pow, boom, and like show you like finished rooms every week on this channel, is probably not the channel for you. But what I will do is show you my process of designing my home, how I transform this home that was previously built into my own style and my own vision, because I've been the new build route. That wasn't what we wanted to do this time. Nothing against it. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great option. It just wasn't what we wanted to do. Yeah, I'm just taking you through my process of, even though this isn't a new build home, technically, it's gonna look like a new build home because it's gonna look completely different. It already does. Like even in this one room here, if y'all look at my house tour, this room looks, I mean, it's a little messy right now, real life people. I don't have no countertops, so there's a lot over there. But this looks completely different from when we moved in. So I'm actually enjoying that process, like creating the space, like creating my vision in the space is actually very satisfying. So anyways, I'm rambling. I'll come back and have another kitchen update for y'all. All right, bye. Y'all, this is day 4. I wish I had an update to tell you other than what I last showed you, but as you can see, my kitchen still looks exactly the same. We are waiting for the quartz to still be cut and brought here and installed because nothing else can finish until the quartz is installed. Backsplash comes after the quartz. So kind of in a standstill until then. Alright y'all, the hubby was doing the video for me when I was away, when they got dropped off the quartz, so I haven't even seen his footage yet, but thanks to him for that. So I'm just here to give you an end of day 5 recap. So first I'm gonna give you a glance around. So the quartz has been installed all the way around. Our island is still huge AF. Give you a closer look at the quartz. So as you can see, it has kind of like the gray veining mixed with the gold. Really like it. I don't know if it's picking up exactly on camera, especially with all the recessed lights in the ceiling. It's kind of, you can see the recessed lights. Here's a side over here. Here's our new faucet. So we got the gold and silver mix to go with the stainless steel sink. My husband is putting in the trays there because we want to make sure we don't scratch it up. On the camera, that looks like it's like dried up, like this is water. For some reason it doesn't look like that on the camera, but that's just, it's wet. And there's another one over there. We purposely got the dual sink, but we don't like the 50-50 dual sink. We got the 70-30, but we like being able to have this separate area over here. Sometimes if I have wine glasses or glass coffee mugs. I don't like them to mix with like the heavier items in here. Or sometimes we use this if we're thawing out food, kind of have it separate. So we like having the dual sink. We also have a new soap dispenser. I really love this faucet. Still don't have any backsplash, as y'all can see. They're gonna do that on Monday, he said. Today is Friday.
Yeah. Fingers crossed everything wraps up on Monday.
Yeah, I'm hoping that everything wraps up on Monday. We were hoping that this is gonna wrap up on Friday, but as y'all can see, it's not. So almost done. The only thing that the first company needs to still do is to fill in the holes in the front of the island and put the plaster there. He needs to actually, the cooktop is in here. Oh, let me show you guys the cooktop, but it's not plugged up right now because he left pretty late and he likes to run the gas for a little bit before he leaves. Here's the cooktop here. It's cafe. Comes with a griddle, so we really wanted that. So now we can not have to worry. We still can keep it, but we don't have to have the separate griddle appliance. And of course you can take this off. It's pretty heavy if you don't want to use that. So it's a 5 burner like we used to have, but looks much better being stainless steel. What else did they do? I think that's all they did today. So yeah, the Quartz put the cooktop in place. We finally have a sink back. Oh my gosh. That was a struggle not having a sink. We were prepared not to have the cooktop. We had cooked everything we needed this week, but not having that sink, that was a little bit of a struggle. We got through it though. Hey, we having a family meeting. Bryce, what you oh God, for this is important. Bryce, come over here for the family meeting. Come on.
That's your mom.
Family meeting. He hugging me. All right, so y'all, I'm in the middle of doing my head, but you guys, we used to have granite, okay?
Bryce, don't lean on it like that.
Don't lean on it too much because it's still setting. We used to have granite, everybody. Now we have quartz. This is our first time having quartz as a family, okay? There are rules. There are different rules. Rule number 1, because it takes all of us to upkeep this. Nothing hot can go in here. So like granite, we could kind of like put a pot that was kind of warm on the granite. It's fine. That cannot happen for the quartz, okay? It will burn the quartz, okay? It will crack the quartz.
Question.
Yes, Bryce. Yes, Bryce. What is your question?
So why do we want to keep the quartz like cold?
We don't necessarily want to keep it cold, but if you put something hot on it, it would damage it.
Wait, then why is it that?
Oh, good.
Like
That's a good question.
How hot you mean? Like taking out the microwave hot? Or like...
Okay, these are good questions. These are great questions, all right? These are great questions. First to Bryce's question. This is a bit different because this is not on the quartz.
It's next to though.
But that doesn't matter. That's fine. You just don't want to put it on the quartz. This, they made a hole for the cooktop, okay? So it's fine to cook stuff up here, but we can't set hot stuff up here. In terms of your question about the microwave, I'm not sure. I have to check into that. I feel like if it's just something in the microwave, you could probably put it on there, depending on how hot it is. But I'll get back to you on that one. Great question, class. Okay, next thing that's very important, you guys. If something spills on this, or if something, like if something spills on it, if you see a mark on it that needs to be cleaned up, we all have to do our part and clean it up immediately, okay? We don't want anything to stain this. Not that it will stain really easily, but, you know.
So why do we get this thing folded in?
Great question. You all are asking great questions. We got it because I want it. It doesn't stain easily necessarily, but like if something spills on it, let's clean it up. Let's upkeep it. It's white. That's the reason I get a white sink. We love the look of it, but it stains too much. Yes, Bryce.
So technically, if we have hot stuff and we can't place it anywhere on here, we're gonna be able to place it.
You know, that is a good. This is what I like about y'all's questions. I can tell y'all are focused in class. Okay, great question. Mommy needs to buy some of those things where you can have the you can have it on the counter. And if you do have a hot pot or warm pot, you can place it on there. So I need to order some of those. Thank you for that question. All right, you guys, it is in the morning, 9 a.m. They're here. You guys are here. I'm tired, you guys. They're doing the backsplash today. Okay, so here's the end of day 5. They've completed the not completed the backsplash, because they still have to do the grout, but they've put on the backsplash over here. Of course, they're gonna paint this side. They still need to grout it and do some cleanup on the edges and stuff. That's what it looks like. They've also, remember I told y'all they were gonna fill in these where the previous knobs were. They filled those holes in a little more. They've also done this side over here. Still need to grout it and clean up the edge. They have not gotten to this side yet, so they're coming back tomorrow, which will be day 6, to complete the backsplash over here. We're still waiting for all fixtures to be changed as well. So yeah, we're getting there. Oh, they also filled in the holes here. And remember, there are the silver pieces here. So they've started to like make this like a regular wall. So they've done that too today. Well, they forgot one hole down there, so I have to show them that tomorrow. Coming along well so far. There have been some hiccups. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. The good, the bad, the ugly, the excellent, all that. It's been going mostly well. I already told y'all about the hiccup with the island where they had to fix this. So, you know, don't be scared to speak up for yourself. You're paying for this. And then today we're about to text them because we noticed that there are a few marks on the quartz when they were working on the backsplash that we had to scrub out. I'm not doing that for quartz. I'm paying a lot of money for, so they need to do a little bit better prep before they start the backsplash tomorrow. So we're gonna text the guy, take care of our quartz we just got. So, but other than that, the backsplash, I'm loving it. It's looking amazing. And I will come back tomorrow and give you guys any other updates. I know for sure they're gonna complete the backsplash, and I think they're also gonna complete the island pendants and the pendant of the sink. So that means that they will be done with their part. And then we just have to do the painting. So yeah, be back with y'all with the next update. It feels good outside, so we about to go grill some burgers. And yeah, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. All right, bye. Okay, so we heard back from them. They have something to take the stain out, but regardless, yes, that's helpful. Thank you, take it out, but also cover it a little bit better tomorrow. Okay, thank you. They're taking a lunch break. Gotten a lot done today though, so far. I'm not sure if they're going to be done today or have to extend it to tomorrow. They still have to tile this side, and then they then have to grout all of it. As I told y'all yesterday, they have covered the countertops today, so I'm happy about that. All right, you guys. Phew. It's been a day. We're finally done with phase 1 of the kitchen renovation. It has been a long process for phase 1, longer than we anticipated, but we are done. We started last Monday, it's Tuesday. Keep in mind, phase 1 was just a contractor doing their first part, and then we're going with another company to paint the cabinets. So I'm about to show you guys the result of the first company finishing up their work. They're done. And when the cabinets are going to get painted in a week. So when I come back, I'm gonna end this weekly vlog here because, you know, it's gonna be a week out before they get the cabinets painted. But when I come back, I'm gonna do a full finished look kitchen renovation in the next video once the cabinets are painted. But here's the progress so far. So here it is. It's looking really good so far. It's kind of hard to visualize the final look since we have so many cabinets and they are not painted yet, but we love the quartz. Has the gray and the gold veining. We have our new kitchen pendants here. All that. They finished the wall, so you can see they put the baseboard the same as the rest of the house there. So of course when they paint, they're also going to paint this part as well. So yeah, here's the faucet and sink. Let me give you a close-up of the backsplash as well. There it is. We have our underlights on right now. But yeah, nice and clean look. Love it. So I'm going to wrap up the video here. Hoping you guys have enjoyed coming along with the kitchen renovation. A lot of you have joined me over on Instagram at Tiffany Tiana Home and have seen kind of the day-by-day recaps and some other fun things. So thanks for your support over there as well. And when we come back, I will show you guys the full transformation of the before and the after, and I kind of walk you through where we got, you know, some of the things in case anybody is curious. So see you guys next week, and thank you for coming along. All right, peace.